All My Children, brought to you by Country Crock Churn Style. Now even richer and creamier tasting.
The meeting is over. I'm sure all these people have places that they have to get to.
Well, feel free to go if you want. I'm not holding anyone hostage, but aren't you the least bit curious to know what I have to say?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I am.
I'm sorry, kids. This is not for you.
Why not? It's education, all right?
Bobby, you've been excused.
That's right, you guys. Thanks for helping out. I appreciate it. But get back to class. I'll see you back there, all right? Go on. I'll see you in a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, I came to this breakfast this morning to chat with you parents and to have you find out a little bit about me. I figured some of you would like me and some of you might not like me and some of you might really not care one way or the other. But the last 90 minutes has made it painfully clear to me that you seem to have formulated some of your own opinions already.
Painful on both ends.
I'm sorry about that.
So are we.
The room is simply filled with regrets.
Well, this obviously has to do with what happened in world history the day before break. And I just wanted, I don't know what you heard. I don't know how you interpreted it, but I wanted to set you straight on the issue.
Yeah, well, the feeling's mutual.
Look, I teach history, world history, and American history. I don't give lessons on my personal life.
We heard otherwise.
Look, I didn't come to class that day intending to talk
Delaney,
about...
did you or did you not use your classroom as a forum to discuss your sexuality?
No, I did not. I did, however, mention the fact that I'm gay. But that stemmed from another conversation that I was having about the Holocaust. This was not a lecture on my sexual persuasion. I don't bring my personal life into class, but in this case, I did feel that it was germane to the subject matter.
Well, excuse me, but am I the only one that seems to have a problem with this? I mean, what does your sexuality have to do with the Holocaust?
I was talking about the Third Reich and how they targeted certain people to persecute. They targeted Jews, communists, gypsies, homosexuals. If I were Jewish, I would have said that I'm Jewish.
Oh, so now being gay is a religion.
If I were Polish, I would have said the same thing.
What exactly were you trying to say, Mr. Delaney?
I was trying to say that organized hate is toxic and therefore leads to hideous crime.
I quite agree, Mr. Delaney. I have to make a phone call.
Thank you, Mr. Delaney, for your explanation. Oh.
What, are you just going to waltz out of here like that case closed?
Case? What case? The man is gay. Now, everybody knows it. So what? Now, if he were a known heterosexual, would he be assumed a danger to your daughters? I have better things to do than enlist in Enid's witch hunt. All right.
Yay, Uncle Palmer. I think I'll stay.
Well, I hope you don't disappoint me.
I, for one, don't want my tax dollars going for gay education.
What is gay education, Mrs. Nelson? Any class that's taught by a gay person?
I'm a Christian Scientist. I teach math, not Christian math.
Yeah, but do you preach faith healing in your classroom?
Mr. Delaney is not preaching.
Well, whatever. He sets himself up as a role model, and then comes this big whammy. I'm gay. What are the kids supposed to think about that?
Yeah. But everybody's different. Isn't that what this country is all about? Trying to get along with people who aren't exactly like us. In Nazi Germany, Hitler gassed all the mental defectives. And some people in this room have said that I'm one of them from time to time. Well, I'm really lucky this isn't Nazi Germany, and so is everybody else. Isn't that what you were trying to say?
Yes, that's exactly it.
I was talking about labeling and exclusion. And what I had was stuff from the Holocaust Museum, patches, the actual ones that these people wore to be set apart as undesirables. Jews, communists, gypsies, homosexuals.
People can't choose to be of Jewish descent, but homosexuality is a choice. That's right.
Personally, I don't believe it is a choice, but this isn't the place to talk about it, and neither is my classroom.
But that's all we're trying to say.
Well, then we agree. We absolutely agree on that subject. I didn't want to delve into the homosexual experience at all. The kids pressed me on that issue, and when they did, I said, go home, go talk to your parents or your priests or your rabbis.
What, so you light the fuse and then you back off?
Mm-hmm. Well, he just can't win, can he?
I'm not trying to win anything here at all. What I'm trying to do is explain to you how the subject came up. I was talking about the pink triangle, and I was trying to make it as real as I possibly could for
Well,
these
I'm
kids.
afraid that's a little too real for my taste, if you catch my drift. I mean, I don't care. What you do in your bedroom, that is your own business. I don't want to know about it. But when you bring it into the classroom, well, I just don't think that's right.
I didn't bring it into the classroom. The subject just came up.
Okay, so you got carried away and your judgment went a little haywire. I can buy that. Why don't you just apologize? We'll put this whole mess in the past.
I can't do that.
Well, why not? Are you glad that you opened this can of worms?
No, this came naturally out of a conversation that we were having in class.
Yeah, I know. You mean about the Nazi patches and all that. But what are you going to do next time you show these patches to your next class? You going to just leave off that pink triangle, or will you at least say that you're going to keep your lips zipped about your personal persuasion?
You mean, will I lie?
Mr. Delaney, do you or do you not regret coming out to a whole classroom of teenagers?
I didn't plan it that way.
That's not what I asked.
No, I do not regret it. Holding my tongue would have been a lie.
Just moments ago, you told us that you did not impose your sexuality on that class.
Impose? No.
But reveal, yes.
Look, I teach history, period. I did not come here to campaign a cause or anything else. Not to you, not to your children or anybody else. I have no agenda.
But we do. And we want your resignation.
Stay tuned. All My Children will return here on ABC.
Who are you to demand anybody's resignation?
I am a concerned parent.
Yes. And as a member of the board, I agree with him. Well, you're not the only member of the board.
Turn on the cable at night. There are rioting bodies, obscenities in film and popular music. We're barraged in filth. I say enough.
My brother is not filth.
No.
We fork over the taxes that keep this school open. We have a say in what gets taught and by whom.
Michael Delaney is a great teacher.
Why? Because he's snowed by your son? I've been the principal here for 18 years. I've seen teachers come and go. Mr. Delaney has generated more excitement than any other teacher in the past.
But what kind of excitement, Mr. Brack? I mean, you mentioned sex and you've got any kid's attention.
Yes, the class is not about sex. It's not supposed to be.
Attendance in Michael's class is close to 100%. The students want to be there. My daughter walked out.
She was the only one.
She doesn't care to be taught by a sexual deviant posing as an all-American guy.
Posing? Did you say posing? What do you want me to do?
Quit!
You want me to show up in pumps and pearls, wear a patch on my chest, a pink triangle?
Don't you call us nasties?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my mistake, right? The patch was my cue to play it straight. Doesn't anyone see the hypocrisy here?
Not to mention the bigotry. We're not bigots. We're concerned parents. Mr. Delaney, maybe if you had children, you might understand. I have children, and I don't get it. Then your values are different from mine.
All right, I'm withdrawing Carla Johnson from this class.
Well, that's fine. You go right ahead and do that, Mr. Johnson. That's your prerogative. I see that your mind is made up already. But the rest of you, look at your kids' test scores. Go ahead, compare them to the national average. You tell me that your children aren't learning history.
I don't consider myself a biased person, but I'd be much more comfortable with another teacher in the classroom.
No, I agree. And someone mainstream.
Well, I am sorry that you feel that way. It's very disappointing, to say the least.
Perhaps you could teach an adult education course somewhere. We could help you find another situation.
Oh, thank you very much, but that will not be necessary.
We'll see about that.
Look, I trained very hard to become a secondary history teacher, and I am very good at what I do. I am staying right where I am.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
All we're asking for here is an apology.
I am not going to apologize for who I am. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a class to prepare for.
I'm so ashamed of you.
Honey, I'm the one who gave him a way out.
Apologize for his identity?
No, for ripping out his gay badge and show and tell.
That is not what happened. Didn't you listen to what he said? Michael is an excellent teacher. The kids come alive in his class. I mean, he's devoted, he's committed, he's kind.
He's queer.
I don't even believe that I'm hearing this.
Are you really this naive?
Honey, you are raising sons. You got to watch for the danger sons. I mean, first it's a little talk on Nancy Patches. Next thing it's going to be write a report on the gay of your choice. Then Gay Awareness Week, and then a whole separate lounge for the gay students.
And then the world will come to an end.
How would you feel if this Mr. Delaney person went after your son? I mean, he doesn't belong around teenage boys.
What's the matter, Trevor? Are you afraid to be alone with me? You afraid that I'm going to jump your bones? Well, don't worry about it. You're not my type.
You think this is a joke?
I could almost laugh it off if it wasn't for Tim.
Yeah, what about Tim? You have opened some can of worms here, pal.
Look, if this had anything to do with what I said in class...
You have to do that.
I'm sorry.
Just stay away from me. Stay the hell away from me.
I teach history, period. I did not come here to campaign a cause or anything else. Not to you, not to your children or anybody else. I have no agenda.
But we do, and we want your resignation.
So, what happened with the so-called adult?
Seems that some people think that I'm not fit to be a role model for impressionable teenagers.
That is so lame.
Yes, and it's also not relevant to Chapter 24. Get back to the expansion.